What's going on, everybody? It's Coolio Crispy back for the first time in a long time. I heard your guys' comments, all 12 of you down there in the comment section of my first two videos that missed me. It's real sweet. I'm flattered, and I'm ready to upload some more content because when it comes down to it, YouTube just needs more good Asphalt 8 content. So that's why I'm here with another car review. So if you look at the footage, you're going to notice it looks a lot better. I recently switched from Asphalt 8 on an Android emulator to Windows 10 recently, so I hope you guys enjoy the upgraded graphics and the 60 FPS. This switch did mean, though, that I lost all my progress from my Android file, all my cars and everything. So if you guys know how to transfer my account data from Android to Windows 10, please let me know. I tried syncing my Facebook accounts on both accounts and it just didn't sync the data. I don't know. If you got any advice, let me know. It's not a terrible thing, though. I've enjoyed starting from scratch in a way. I'm trying to go through it without spending any money. So that's why I'm working with a lot of these beginner cars, and that's why I'm bringing you this review of a pretty beginner level car, the DS Survolt. So I'm going to cut out this clip and we're going to go over to this car. Don't worry, I'll cut back to it in a second. It's actually a really awesome race. I'm silver tier right now and I beat a diamond level player in this race. Very good race. I think champion tier is the proper term, but it's been a few months since I've played this game seriously, so I'm a little bit fuzzy on my terms, but I'll catch up shortly. As you can see, it's a pretty nice looking car. Has a lot of options for wraps, but no color options. To pull up the stats, I'm actually going to switch to the screenshot I had to take on my Android account. So once again, if you could help me figure out how to sync my data to Windows, I'd appreciate it. As you can see, we got some very solid stats. We have a max pro rating of 1357, which has decreased a bit. It used to be around 1390 in previous updates. However, in the low tier class, its top speed is actually the highest among all cars you're going to be racing against. The acceleration and handling are pretty decent, but compared to the main competitors you're going to face in upper ranks, the guys using Ariel Adams and Donkervort's Porsche 959, it's not so good in comparison. The cost to max pro this car is around 300,000 credits. It fluctuates after every update pretty much, but that's around what you're going to spend. Now let me show you a side-by-side of the Survolt stats versus the Donkervort's. The Donkervort realistically is the main car that's going to cause you a lot of problems. You don't see a ton of Ariel Adams until you start getting to the really higher rank, since the car is just not available anymore. Not a ton of people have it. But as you can see, side by side, the DS Survolt's going to have the Donkervort in top speed, but the acceleration and handling, it's not even close. And that means that on stages without too many tight turns, that a skilled driver can actually beat an Ariel or a Donkervort, even though they're both, in my opinion, far superior cars to the Survolt. And this has been very helpful as I've tried to climb the ranks back up as I start this new account. Sure, Donkervorts and Ariels are far better cars, but not so much better that I can't beat gold tier drivers when I'm using my Survolt. And just to clarify, when I stopped playing a few months ago, I was champion tier with about a 2400 rating. The acceleration might not be great, but the main area you're going to lose a lot of time during a race is by far the handling. Bad acceleration you can make up for, but if you use this car on a stage like Sector 8 where you need to cut corners very tightly, then you don't stand a chance. It doesn't matter how much better of a driver you are. It's just not gonna be close. The Porsche 959 is also a problem against this car. Like I said, it's gonna out-accelerate, out-handle you pretty easily once you get to the higher ranks. I'd say use this car if you're a fairly skilled driver till you reach gold tier. You'll be fine, but any higher than that, you might be in trouble, and it's time to switch to the Donkervort or the Ariel Atom if you're fortunate enough to have that unlocked. But the good thing is, compared to a lot of cars in this game now, after the past updates, upgrading it is very easy, very cheap, and it holds its own for a long portion into the game. I just came back onto this game maybe a week ago, and the new update with the upgrade tokens and stuff, it's a lot to wrap my mind around, but pretty much what I've garnered from it is that upgrading your cars is going to be more difficult, more expensive and more of a pain than ever. Not great, but it is what it is. So that's going to be the review for this car. I do want to mention, I've talked in the past about starting up some other series for this game, and one of the things I'm actually planning on doing within the next week or so is some optimum route guides for different types of cars. I'll have a list of all the cars that should use a certain route on a track and all the cars that should use a different route on a certain track. Just something very easy that you can look at and say, okay, I have this car, it relies a lot on nitro, I should take this route versus different cars that take different routes. Because in case you didn't know, when you're playing this game, there isn't just a single better route. Depending on your car, some routes might be quicker than others. So that's something I'm going to try and do in a future video series, something to simplify the game for everybody, something to help people optimize their play, which is something I haven't seen a lot on YouTube. I haven't seen a lot of videos really that help people get better at the game. You see a lot of informative content, which is very good, but not a whole lot of content that specifically instructs people on how to become better Asphalt players, and I think that's what this world needs. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll be seeing you all shortly. Peace.